Today's soap is going to be fragranced with white birch from Candle Science. This is a sample size. And the fragrance notes are top notes of eucalyptus and mint, middle of cypress and pine, base of smoke and tonka bean. And there's a little bit of vanillin in this fragrance oil. I don't smell the eucalyptus or the mint. It's very pine heavy. But since there's a little bit of vanillin, I got a sort of an idea of what I'm doing. I'm going to use the soap shreds from when I beveled the wedding favors, because there's a little bit of red and green in those soap shreds. And I'm just going to make that in a middle layer. In the soap, we're going to include the typical Kaolin Clay. And now that all of my powdered sugar is gone, we're going to start using granulated sugar. And to be completely honest, I have never put granulated sugar in my soap before. It's always been powdered sugar. I know that most times when people put sugar in their soap, they dissolve it first in water and then add the lye, I think. I should probably try that. But today what I'm going to do is what I've always done with the powdered sugar, and that is just add it in with the fragrance oil and the Kaolin Clay. I don't think it will dissolve, but I just want to see what's going to happen basically. I'm thinking about on the top of the soap putting some pretty glitter, because I don't know how pretty the soap is going to be, so let's put some glitter on it to cover that up. And here we go. And I completely forgot to mention that this is not lye water, it's lye coffee. Coffee is an interesting ingredient. I'd say for the most part, adding coffee to your soap is more of a marketing thing. It attracts people. You know, people love coffee. I really like coffee, and as an ingredient, that's very interesting. Adding coffee to soap is also said to help with sunspots if you have any of those, or redness. It can be anti-inflammatory, and it's also a good source of vitamin B3. And this sounds a little too magical, as it usually sounds. It can help reduce cellulite, at least the visualness of cellulite. Now here are the soap shreds from the wedding favors. I am shocked how many views my wedding favors video got. I typically am happy to receive 200 views on a video, but I don't usually get to 200 until a lot of time has passed. But that one got quite a few views. I don't know why, but I'm thankful for them. So I split the rest of the soap batter into 2 even portions. You saw me measuring there on the scale. Here we've got undissolved granulated sugar with Kaolin Clay and my fragrance oil. So yes, the sugar is still, you know, sugary feeling. It's not dissolved. And I mostly just wanted to see what would happen, I guess. And isn't this pretty? I just love the look of soap batter. I think this is really pretty. It's a nice color too. Adding coffee to your soap also, it adds a little bit of color. Even though I say all the time I don't like brown soaps. I don't. Well, I don't like accidental brown soaps. I have no problems with brown soaps. I just don't want it to be brown when I intended it to not be brown. That's all I mean by brown soaps. But coffee doesn't really turn your soap brown unless, I guess, you add maybe unused coffee grounds. That would make your soap a lot browner. It just kind of adds a little bit of a tint to your soap, and I like it. It's pretty. It looks so creamy and smooth. And clearly you saw I added the 1 cup full of soap batter to the bottom, and that I did a little bit of time pass so that the soap batter would set up enough to hold the next layer, which was the soap shreds from the wedding favors layer. And then here we are adding the final 3rd layer. I use the spatula to widen the amount of where the soap falls, so it's not falling in one stream. That way it helps to keep it from dipping into the layer. I don't know if what I just said made any sense. If you're a soap maker, you know why I'm doing this. And isn't that just lovely? It looks like a delicious, I don't know, frosting or pudding or cake batter or something. Here's some iridescent glitter from Brambleberry. This was a gift from my extremely generous friend Renee. Renee gave me several micas and some glitters, and I literally will never need to buy mica again. Thank you, Renee. She's always been so kind to me. I knew Renee before I started making soap. Yes. Well, this is the next morning, and it's literally been 12 hours, and it's pretty hard. So why wait, right? Why keep waiting? You can see I have managed to avoid some soda ash, so that's nice. Just glitter. See our color difference already. And I wanted to see how much it does discolor, which is why I did not want to color the middle portion, so that it seems like that there's actually, you know, layers of sorts. Ooh. Interesting. I feel like my layer could have done with a little bit of like mica separation or something. That's okay. We'll see how it changes. Well, I'm happy enough with it. I do think it could have used a little boost of some sort, but that's all right. It's a simple soap, I guess you could say, right? A simple soap with glitter on top. The fragrance is definitely, as anyone would expect, a bit of a Christmassy scent, with it being smelling like a birch tree, which therefore it smells like a pine tree. That's how that works, I guess. And there you have it. There ended up being a gel ring. I wasn't really there when I was cutting it. This is actually like almost a week later. I've been very busy. I'm sorry about the slowness. I don't know if you really care or not. Maybe you do. But I was pretty slow about getting this video done. But I've been busy with stuff. And you don't really care about that either, I'm sure. So you can see our little center layer here. The discoloration is not that bad. You can kind of see it better on this side. This is the unfragranced portion of batter, and it's not that bad. Hi, Boris. The scent is very strong. It's good though. I think it makes a good soap. Boris came over, so let's include him in the video. What do you think about this? Ooh, he says, I don't know about that. Well, I like it. It's very much a tree scent, Christmassy. Yeah, it's good though. I'm looking forward to trying it. Oh, and I did my side stamp, because you know I like my side stamp, and our pretty glitter on top. See that? Well, I think I'm gonna put my Christmas decorations up. What do you guys think about that? I know it's not even Thanksgiving yet. Some people get very wound up about this, but you know, the beautiful Christmas trees and the Christmas lights, 3 weeks isn't long enough for that. And it's such a joyful time. And I'm ready for some joyfulness. It adds a nice bit of warmth to the house. So I'm thinking about putting up the tree either probably tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 10th. The 10th of November. Are you gonna help me put the tree up, Boris? He's looking at my rats. My rats are right there. I rearranged again. Surprise, surprise. Sebastian is here. See if I can get him to stand up. Stand up here, Sebastian. Sebastian, stand up. There he is. You see him? Oh, you don't see him. Oh, now Boris is crying. Well, I better move on with my day. Things to do, things to check off my list. If you got things to check off your list, you go do those. Make today a productive day so that at the end of the day, you feel good.